How's it going, guys? There's a catch up here once again, and just welcome there by Rai Cho Fart as well, right as I started this. This is a Rai Cho character overview for the Dragon Breath variation. I'm joined with the lovely OmegaK. It's been a
Hello.
while. I say this a lot, but we have been meaning to make this for quite a while, and due to just like the season finals and everything, and messing up our schedules and that, it's been kind of tricky, but we are together now, ready to do it. So once again, I'm going to let Omega take this one. You guys have been wondering for a while kind of how to apply the general strategy of Dragon Breath and what it involves. It's got quite a few moves, and it's quite a unique variation in the game. So basically, Omega, what's he doing? What is this fat man who farts a lot?
Right, I'll just start by talking through the variation moves you get. So like, under basically just go into this knowing a few of Rai Cho's moves anyway. The most important move I think you get in Dragon Breath is down back one. It's this little flame launcher thing. You don't really get much from it mid-screen. You can get down 4 into monkey flips or down 4 belly flop, and some strings even push it so far away that you can't even like convert. If you hit confirm into the meat burn version, it's a launcher every time, and you can confirm into fart, get your corner carry, get in the corner. His
Which
second
is
move
probably
he gets,
a better option for just before we move on from that. So the meter burn
yeah,
down forward one is a better option than hit confirming into meter burn fart. If you were doing it on block as well, because there's not as much of a gap. So if you were to do a string into meter burn fart, so we do 2-4-4, there's obviously a gap there that I can punish you for. But if you do 2-4-4 into meter burn, that it's not as
armor
good.
breaks.
And then you
Yeah.
can punish me. Yeah, exactly.
And once again, every time you hit someone with Rai Cho, you want to get the most corner carry possible, because his mid-screen game's pretty meh. But if you got someone in the corner, that's where he kind of shines. He can mix. But yeah, the second move he gets is this little flame kiss, I guess you could call it, like Sonya Blade style. The regular version's not really got that many uses. It does have a good recovery and decent startup, so you can use it in the neutral a bit. But the best application is just using the meter burn version. It's this big flame ball, kind of like Dalzim's Yoga Flame. Moves slowly. If you get the it's kind of slow on startup, so you're not going to be able to get it out if you're being zoned. So if you're being hit by like projectiles constantly, you're not really going to like that. You're not really going to be able to get it out unless you get a knockdown or you hit them with like a ground pound or something like that. But it is super advantage on hit, so you can run in, combo. If they block it, it's going to be plus, and you can just get your mix-up game going, do whatever. The third move he gets is the Flame Carpet. Now it's very similar to Caltrops in that it does damage over time. It doesn't stop sprinting, and it's got a long startup, so your best time to use this is, say, it might not work now actually, I'll reset. Oh, I'm terrible. I will land this.
We will get this. Oh,
I'm meant to be the Rai Cho master. Right, there we go. Then you throw out the flames, continue your combo. The meat burn version is an unblockable launcher, and it's cancelable from strings, which can be very tricky if your opponent's not expecting it. We'll go into more of that sort of stuff later. That's pretty much it for the variation moves he gets. There's a few differences.
how can you miss the crucial detail of igniting his farts?
Oh yeah. Oh, hold on. Not doing meter burn fart. There we go.
You
So
can
yeah,
ignite the fart.
farts.
He's got some swaggy combos, but there really is no reason to ignite the fart.
You're better off
If you
using your
can do
meter
it.
for restens and things like that. If you've got the meter to finish the round and get the kill, then by all means, ignite the fart. Ignite
Now.
the fart inside.
So, basically, that's kind of the mid-screen of Rai Cho in that that's what his moves are going to do. This is pretty much the meat and potatoes of the entire video, is when Rai Cho puts you in the corner as Dragon's Breath. He gets a whole lot of different options. Almost all of his Dragon Breath moves have real use in the corner, but I think what Omega's about to run over now is where and when you will use those moves and what the go-to options will be. So if you've got me in the corner, what are you going to try and do?
Oh, I mean, where to start? He's got so many options, just from any sort of hit he can land. My go-to meter option, probably seen this a lot. I'll land a fart, jump in, end in monkey flips, and then do this meter burn ground pound. Now, the meter burn ground pound after monkey flips is completely guaranteed. You can't armor that, can't wake up, you can't backdash, can't tech roll. Completely guaranteed. And if you look at the frame data, it's actually plus 16 on hit, so that means you're guaranteed certain strings. So you can do your 2-4-4, your 1-2-1-2, your forward 1, basically just general things like that. What I like to do.
Why is 2-4-4 being guaranteed dangerous? That's the thing. When you land the guaranteed meter burn ground pound, why is 2-4-4 as Dragon's Breath such a dangerous option?
But this is where the mix starts. So it's 2-4-4, high, low, low, and you can mix that up with monkey flips, which is double overhead. So you've got to guess on the second hit between low and overhead. You've got to guess on the third hit between low and overhead. And if you guess wrong, put in the same situation anyway, and you can repeat it. And it's not great damage for a meter, but it's 25% ish. You get put in the same situation, and if they guess wrong on the low and you launch, I'm so bad today.
And that's kind of the max sequence right there, yeah. 34%, and then you go straight into the guaranteed ground pound into the same thing. And that's obviously why Dragon's Breath in particular is so dangerous in the corner, because if I get tagged by a single one of those lows, you are going to special cancel into that flame, which will launch me in the corner. So if you just one more example, run over, hit confirming a low into that, and then let's say I block overhead on prediction of monkey flips and get tagged by the low, and you confirming or just going straight into that, and then you get the stun. Straight into flame carpet, back 2-3-3, monkey flips, guaranteed meter burn ground pound, and I literally get put straight in the same situation, and that's safe on block.
That's safe, yeah. That's the best thing about it. That is completely safe. It's -5 on block, if I remember correctly. And because of this, like, certain strings hit it from a certain range, it hits meaty sometimes, so you actually get better frames than what you usually would. So it can range between like -5 to -2, anywhere between there really.
Now I think one thing I'd like to talk about as well is applying the meter burn down forward 2, the flame breath. That has got a corner use as well, and you know, not as useful but still worth knowing about, I think.
Yeah, so basically, if you do the meter burn ground pound and then the opponent blocks your monkey flips, that's unsafe. So if you want a safer option, safer way to mix, if you just end your combos in back 2-3-3, meter burn down forward 2, you plus 26 on hit. Now all of your mix-up options are at least 26 frames, so your back 3 is 23 and your forward 3 is 26, so you can either mix them up with an overhead or a low into the safe launcher again, like so.
And that's more plus on hit than the monkey flips were.
And it's guaranteed, and it's safe. You don't get as much damage doing the monkey flips into restand, but you can get a bigger payoff if, you know, your opponent guesses wrong. And like I say, it's safe. Again, that's just the best thing about Dragon's Breath really. Everything you do is pretty much safe apart from the monkey flips, but even then that's -11, so you're gonna have to, it's a really tight punish for a lot of characters.
Yeah, for sure. It's especially when you play Rai Cho online, a lot of people struggle to punish him because of just the kind of uniqueness of, not a lot of people know how to fight the character, let alone punish the monkey flips. But I think the next part I think of Dragon's Breath, or just Rai Cho, just one setup in general just worth mentioning is if you have the chance to go for the fart into ground pound without meter. There's a specific setup there which I didn't demonstrate because you can do it and I can't. It's quite a tight one, and obviously it's not used very often, but just for demonstration I think it's worth showing the meatless version of that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just generally talk about meaty farts in general. So if you land a hit and you've not got meter, or you don't really want to use meter, just land in a neutral jump kick, do a fart, and that gives you a lot of plus frames. The plus frames vary depending on when your opponent gets up. If they just get straight up off the ground, it's not quite as plus, it's at least +10, but if they delay wake up and get hit by the fart at the last second, it could be up to +30 because the forward 3 is guaranteed. Like I said, depending on when your opponent gets off the ground, but it's still really good. It stops all wake ups if you go into back 1. You want to demonstrate that real quick?
Yeah, sure, I'll try and wake up. I'm not really good at trying to wake up in training for some reason. Oh, but even then I delayed wake up, so I messed up my wake up timing in there and got tagged by the low, so there was a mix there. We'll try again.
And you call yourself a professional. There you go.
On it, armor break.
Ouch.
Yeah, so
That
that'll be every wake up in the game. If the opponent tech rolls, it'll still beat it. You just kind of have to delay the fart a little bit longer. But yeah, as you were saying, the ground pound setup. So if you get hit by this, and then that's really hard to get out of. You have to use armor, I believe. You might be able to jump out as well, actually.
I think it's a matter of you block the wake up fart, the meaty fart, and then you armor in between the fart and the gap. But it's an unlikely option that everyone's going to go for because it is so meaty. It's unlikely they're going to wake up block and then immediately let go just to armor that.
Yeah, so the ground pound on startup is 30 frames. So if you get hit at the last point of the fart, then it's guaranteed. So if you like delay wake up or tech roll, it's pretty much guaranteed.
Yeah, for sure. So I delayed wake up. The fart didn't come out, but the ground pound hit me, which is plus.
Yeah, really good setup.
Cool.
If you've got no meter. Another thing I'd like to talk about is a thing I do quite often that you tend to beat out, but it's still worth mentioning. So basically, when you walk someone to the corner, you just put out a meter burn fart, and it works like Sub-Zero's ice clone. Now you've got these two tick throws off of your overhead and your low, where you just do the throw input. And those are, so it's an overhead into a low, and then they've got to guess if you're going for the tick throw or the actual string. So it's more than a 50-50, pretty much. And then, you know, you combo. Really good setup. You can go into anything from there. I'm really bad at timing this.
But that's the wonder, isn't it? So if you think I'm going to try and jump out of that, you literally just confirm to the string and then just tag him, you know, big damage.
Yeah, so
I guess the final
43%.
corner thing to demonstrate will be the applications for the meter burn down forward 1.
Yeah,
Flame
that's
carpet.
that's the gimmicky stuff, as I like to call it.
I'll put us back in the corner as we go.
Alright.
Reset right. And then we'll do play 1 position right. Yep, there we go. So, meter burn flame carpet in the corner. What's going on?
There's so much to talk about. It's just an unblockable launcher. Now, there's so many ways to set this up, but you kinda have to be on the ball. So, the best way I've learned is to get a launcher. Now, this might take a while. Oh, there we go. After that neutral jump punch, unless they delay wake up or armor, that's guaranteed. They can't jump out, they can't tech roll, they can't backdash. That will hit after the neutral jump punch. So you do launcher.
That one's a little bit tricky, I think, compared to some of his other combos, just because of the nature of the hitbox.
2-1, neutral jump punch, flame carpet, relaunch, then Marmix.
And I obviously blocked overhead there. I actually tried to block overhead there, so I got mixed and I was dead. So
yeah, use the mix master.
That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat stuff right there.
There's other ways you can do it as well. So one of the dirty things I like to do is get the restand and then just throw it out. Why not?
Oh yeah, of course, because you're going to just sit
No one
there.
expects it.
The thing is, that's quite effective because I'm going to wait for monkey flips at the end there to punish. So if I'm sitting there waiting for something and then that comes out, I'm not ready for that, and then I get tagged by it. I mean, bear in mind, guys, obviously it's not guaranteed. It's just if you've conditioned your opponent to sit there and block an incoming mix, then the unblockable comes out, and then there's always the chance they just get flustered and it catches them, and then it's full combo.
If someone's mashing armor, don't be upset if you get hit by it, because you deserve it.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. Well, I guess that actually might be almost everything, really. I mean, there's always more stuff to find in that, but as a guaranteed base, this is the general gist of what Omega does with Rai Cho.
Yeah.
Obviously, the character himself has some faults, so it's hard to get in this position to apply all of it. But you'll notice, even on our streams, matchup difficulty as is, the second Omega puts us in the corner, we're just as free to it as anyone else, because that's what Rai Cho wants to do. And it's a very dangerous playstyle once you get cornered. It's just Rai Cho struggles to get you in the corner, and that's kind of
his best normals. You're down for. Can't really guarantee anything from it, but it's such a long range tool, and it really stops people just running in and doing things, as well as his neutral jump punch as well. So you just got to be really patient, work him into the corner, get out a far or a mix up or whatever, and then just do your thing. Really, I mean, to play Rai Cho, you have to be so patient because he's just not got the neutral that you need to play mid-screen on MKX, but he's got the mix. So as soon as you got him to the corner, just, go ham, do your thing. and 100-0 people.
The final
With
mix.
the final mix.
Alright, well, I think that's everything. This is probably one of our longest videos, but I absolutely don't mind this at all. It was very insightful to see what's going on.
If you want, I can send you. I've got a lot of videos of set play that you can use as examples.
Okay, cool. So that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for taking the time out to do this, and cheers, guys, for being so patient with us. I know it took us a little while, but I'm happy we're finally able to come together and get this done. And that's pretty much it from us. That's kind of Dragon's Breath. Bartitsu, I mean, neither of us play it. We could always look into it and stuff for a little bit of an overview, I suppose.
I mean, if anyone's got any questions, just hit me up. I'll look into things for you if I don't know the answer.
Alright, nice. Well, that's it. Thank you very much. Cheers for watching, guys. Thank you very much, Omega, for doing this with us. We appreciate that.
No worries.
And, thank you all very much for tuning in. Catch you later. See you later.